what began your life as a collector?
My passion for movies, I would have to say, I love movies so much that I always thought it'd be great to have a part of a movie or something that you can own from a movie and have it at your house, like a piece of the movie at your house. So I would have to say movies, and gaming as well too. I mean, we see it. You watch a movie through the screen or giant theater screen, or you play a video game through your TV, and it'd be cool just to have a something representing that you like at your house. So that's pretty much what spawned that interest.
My name is Andrew, and I live in Canada. I live in a place called Bell River, Ontario. My main focus, and it has been for about the last 10 years, is 1/6 scale figures and vehicles and equipment and that type of stuff. Okay, this is one of my favorite figures. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger from the Terminator. I put them together probably about 5 years ago. At that time, they never did a Terminator figure. This year, Hot Toys has come out with a couple of different versions of him, but back then they didn't have him. So I basically found some pieces and kind of put them together. And like I said, he's one of my favorite figures right now. This is actually a scratch-built 1930s race car that I built. It's all made out of metal and wood. And I built it completely from scratch. It's 1/6 scale. It fits a 1/6 scale figure. It's really quite detailed. I put brake lines into it, gas tanks, the motor's in it. The motor's got batteries and wiring and an air cleaner and everything. And now I collect pretty much everything from modern military to World War II to movie figures to sci-fi figures. Plus, I've gotten into like doing a lot of repainting and building my own things and that type of stuff. I've been collecting since about 1999, so about 11 years. I mean, I'm 45. I grew up with G.I. Joe back when I was a kid.
G.I. Joe, fighting man from head to toe, on the land, on the sea, in the air.
G.I. Joe attack!
Terrific.
The 12-inch G.I. Joes, collected them, had them basically as a child. How I got into 1/6 scale was I actually was driving by that toy store and saw some figures in the window, so I stopped, went in and started talking to the owner, and just basically fell in love with the figures and the detail and the accuracy of them, because they're not a static model, they're completely posable, and with the cloth gear and stuff, they're very accurate.
My real name's Jose Luis Figueroa. 99% of people don't know me by that name. They know me by Pitu.
So what do you collect?
Me, probably everything from whatever I love, whatever I like. Star Wars toys from Hasbro all the way up to, life-size busts, quarter-scale statues, 1/6 scale, Hot Toys.
I love Hot Toys.
Pretty much everything. So let me show you what I have. Blank de Plume from Ashley Wood. Armstrong. This is the 1/6 scale Tony Nichin from 3A. Some vinyl figures up here. You can see those of Rocket World. And the only quarter scale statue I have on display at the moment, which is the Iron Man Mark 1 maquette. And Master Chief, which I love Master Chief, as you can see. I have the, what do you call it? There it is. A huge helmet, the 1/1 size helmet over there. So, I collect most about everything. I've been collecting since I was 10. The thing that inspired me to keep collecting and collect was my mom, because my mom used to take me to Toys R Us looking for that one toy that I wanted. Rare toys or whatnot. She was the one helping me out, collecting the damn toys. It was awesome. And she would go by herself sometimes if she was near a Toys R Us or something, and she would go and check if the toy was there and bring it up to the house for me. So that was awesome. So my mom's a big inspiration in me collecting.
A huge majority of collectors like these purchase their collectibles online, but first I wanted a local perspective from collectors to see how their hobby compares with those I spoke to over Skype. At this local store, I want to find out what local shoppers as collectors can expect and whether they prefer to purchase here or online. model zone now, so let's step inside and talk to some people. What collectible items do you sell here?
Right, we have the Britain's figures behind you. These are very collectible. The 1/43 scale cars, the Formula Ones, the normal road cars and rally cars, all quite collectible. There's down here we've got the Corgi aircraft, again sold purely as collectible items. There's another cabinet full of them there. Also, we sort of have the 1/18, slightly cheaper, but tend to be collected as well rather than played with, and the smaller ones as well. People collect almost anything really, but they are all sold as collectible items rather than toys. Also trains. Some people will just buy trains to put in a cabinet, they won't actually run them, so they buy trains as collectibles as well.
What do you think your top selling product is, CLB?
Top selling, well at the moment top selling range is going to be the trains. And there's trains which are bought as collectible items as well. People put them in cabinets like we have here and just display them as well as run them. Their main resurgence is for the older children, sort of 50 plus, who are reliving their childhood.
So what are the most regular type of customers you get?
It's mostly adults. We don't get very many children who wish to purchase the toys. Mainly 25 upwards, I would say.
What do you collect then?
Mainly model railways from the steam era. So
Okay, and what do you come here to find? What do you hope to find?
I expect a wide range, which I have got, but I expect some mostly from the rolling stock really for the right era. So if I can't find it, I'll probably look elsewhere.
And do you find it easier to find what you're looking for here the most, or over the internet?
Over the internet, because I can enter the product code online and find what I'm looking for. It'll come up with search results, rather than sort of trying to look through the shelves, just pull out every box and see what it is.
I collect the motorbikes, and I love for the motorbikes. That's why I collect the motorbikes.
And is that just what you hope to find when you come here, or other things too? Or?
I love the brand of the most. My favorite brand is Kawasaki, and do you know I've got a lot of Kawasaki's like Ninja or something like or some else, and I always come over here and I wanna see what is new, because some models is new, some models is old, what I've got, what I don't have it, and in this shop I always find what I want.
I collect 135 scale model cars and some aircraft, but perhaps only two, and if it's something special.
So what do you hope to find when you visit here?
Something of interest, car or buses. I like buses. So if there's a new addition to bus collection, then I'll probably buy it. If it's Southdown, I collect Southdown. But any other buses that look interesting. This is a particularly good magazine because they do models that you very rarely see in places like this. I mean, such as this. I mean, it's over 1.2 metres long and it's 2 metres of track. It's a monstrous thing. And this trumpeter is another one. They do excellent models. They're like the scale is. Now this one is 132, which is it's a large enough scale to make it. You can add a lot of detail to it. I'm going to buy this at some stage. It's just finding room for it at the moment.
Why do you like that one the most then? Why do you work with
Well, it's the sexiest car on four wheels, isn't it? Look at it. Think, what a history for that car. Elvis Presley like them?
I collect Batman toys. It's basically a bit of everything. I try these days to get as much of the original stuff, the 1966 stuff, because that's when I would have started collecting when I was a kid.
What do you usually hope to find when you visit here?
Well, at the moment it's the Hot Wheels stuff, which is this, but they do the smaller ones, and at the moment I'm looking for some stuff that only seems to be out in America. I go for that because it's very good quality, and it's some of them are limited edition, so that's what I tend to sort of go for now.
Do you think it will be easier to buy what you're looking for in store or over the internet?
These days it's more in the internet, on the internet really, because like I said, the stuff that I was looking for today seems to be in America. It hasn't come over here, so I get a lot of my stuff on the internet, and a lot of it is from America these days.
How long have you been a collector, and what was your inspiration?
10 years, and I got a little starter set for Christmas one year, so I thought I like that, and I just expanded from that.
How long? Almost 3 years. Almost 3 years I collect the motorbikes.
What inspired you to collect motorbikes in the first place?
When I was young, I always dreamed about motorbike. You know, I don't have enough money to buy the real motorbike, and I don't know. I just love it.
How long have you been a collector, and what inspired you?
Airfix in 1958. They made a kit of a tractor, and it was made for a promotion for a tractor manufacturer at Ferguson, and it was so popular they decided to make it into a kit. And if you've got one of those, you can buy a new car with it. That's the very first thing they ever did, and it went on from there. Aeroplanes and whatever, mostly aeroplanes.
What inspired you to collect Batman in the first place?
I grew up, I was 6 in 1966 when the original Batman television series came out with Adam West. I loved it. It was an escape for me at that age, and so I got into it because of that. And then as I got older, I started collecting a few things, but originally the reason why I started the collection was because I got divorced and I lost a lot of my old toys through my divorce, and I decided that I wanted to get them back. Started just getting my original stuff from when I was a kid, and then it just grew from there.
How much do you find yourself spending on what you collect?
It depends on what it is, because I've recently bought limited edition thing off eBay for about £120. And that's a locomotive with 3 carriages really. So I've never spent more than 200, so I'd say about between £100 and £200 really.
How much I'm spending for that? Do you know? If I count now, it's like almost 1,000 what I spend for motorbikes, because I've got small bikes, I've got real replics, Valentino Rossi bike, and it's quite expensive. But do you know, like for now I spend £7. Then I think so it's not expensive for a good replic.
Well, the buses are about £20 each, some £40 each, so maybe I might only buy one a year, or if there's 2 or 3 I might buy 2 or 3 a year, but I'm scuppered for size really. I've only got a certain amount of space to display them. I mean, some people keep them in their box and put them in a drawer. I mean, can't see the point of it.
I would think it's worth probably a good 10,000, maybe even more than that. I would think my whole collection. But the thing is, it's a lot of it. It's priceless to me. It's stuff that it's memories for me, so I don't really put a price on it.
What's the best thing about collecting?
I can just piece together what I'd like, sort of. Really. So I can collect what I'm interested in, and I can piece together what I favour most of what there is.
Do you know, just like you make your small dreams come true? Do you know, it's like if you don't have enough money to buy a real bike, you can buy a bike like that. And it's like you are a small kid, you're just sitting on the couch and oh come on.
It looks almost
fun.
as
Yeah.
real, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It brings you closer to having one yourself, just
And
in a smaller scale.
yeah, and anyway, do you know, it's like I think so everyone, if has a passion like that, the small kids inside you, then do you know, it's the best. In my time, when I grew up, we don't have toys like that. Then why not?
Never having to grow up. It's very absorbing. I mean, you've got a piece of a basic model kit, and then it's up to you how much detail you put into it. So I mean, you can make them almost ready to take off, but it's just very absorbing. It's good therapy.
I've got a toy room that I never had when I was a kid. I think it's as simple as that. I walk into my, it's not completely finished. We've only really just started getting it into some sort of order, but it's just like looking at toys from when I was a kid, and it just brings me back to those days, really.